Welcome back to Let's Talk Football, and with me I've got Western Knights President Luka Jercevic. Luka, how long have you been with Western Knights now?
As President, I've effectively taken over this year, so this is really my first year here as President with Western Knights, yeah.
And your past history, because I believe you've got a bit with Sydney United?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I've been involved with Sydney United for about 14 years, helping out there with the juniors, the youth, the Premier League, through to the National League, back to the State League again. And yeah, about developing and promoting and helping players move on, yeah.
And obviously you're enjoying your time in football?
Absolutely, no, absolutely fantastic. I love it. I'm very passionate about it. We've had our kids play it as well, you know what I mean, part of the family, bringing the family together and friends and that. But yeah, I love the game. Also privileged enough to work for FIFA at the FIFA World Cup as well.
And then your position with Sydney United?
Yep, so Sydney United been, there's many different committee members and that with United, and also as coach and manager and cleaner as well. You know, all the typical roles that you do with all that everyone does with all our sports clubs. So yeah, no, it was a fantastic stint. And so here we are in Perth, and moved over here with the family, and my wife's originally from Perth, and that's the main reason why we're here. So yeah, no, and with the kids playing here, based on my previous experience too, and that's what the guys wanted to me to get involved with the club and help out.
So what exactly is your role as president? I know it's president of the club. So what are your plans and hopes for Western Knights?
Sure. Well, my first plan I've got probably about four objectives. The first objective was to start up juniors again. They used to have juniors here, but it stopped. Brought back juniors again this year, so we've achieved that. We have two under 8s, 11s, 12s, and 15s teams. So we have the 18s in the Premier League, the 23s in the first team. So part of our roadmap is to obviously extend, the club, to bring in juniors. Part of that role is to facilitate players. Part of my role is to have an association with David Mitchell with Perth Glory, also with Laurie McKenna at Central Coast Mariners. So my aim is also to get rid of players as well and to facilitate them. Part of our role as president should be with those clubs is to help them get to the next level. And successfully, I think we've already got a previous player, Under Julkic. He went to China, and we've got Anthony Skorich training full time with the first team. He's only 17. And we've got 5 players trying out for the youth league, trying to see how they go with the A-League youth league. So that's as far as development and roadmap goes with players. The next major project we're working on is the facilities here. You'd rate the facilities here as poor, and part of what we want to do is to improve that is to actually demolish these facilities. We've got support with the mayor and the local mayor from Mosman Park, and also the Department of Sports. So we're going in for that big development there to build a stadium and provide a better experience for people when they come here. Part of our celebrations actually coming up with the 40th year too. We also got great sponsorship with Inside Sport magazine, and they've actually helped us a lot as well. So we're just trying to change the perception when people turn up. We actually give them things. They actually get something for turning up as well, and also give away some prizes and competitions. To just kind of change the way you normally experience in going to a football game. Yeah.
So in other words, change the match day experience.
Exactly. That's our focus. So next year, once we do get all the new facilities and that, I do want to also introduce entertainment as well at half time. Change the program instead of just nothing happening at half time. To lift the level for the State League here. Yeah.
So with all this in mind, you will be looking at the recommendations of Football West for the new Premier?
Yep, absolutely, yes. And actually it's been quite timely, because a lot of this stuff that we were planning to do anyway actually falls into place pretty much with what those recommendations are as well. So we're just making sure we incorporate all those as well. And it's all positive, yeah.
Yeah, because I think one of the main objections to Western Knights has been the facilities here.
Absolutely. I totally agree. It's old. It needs to be refurbished. Needs to be updated. So we're looking at building quite a nice stadium here, a luxurious stadium as well. We've also got a lot of people within the community supporting us here as well, and the area is quite a predominant area here, and even some of the people within our committees or in our clubhouse too are people from predominant companies that can facilitate us as well.
Are you looking for a broader base of fans? Because a lot of the time Western Knights has been regarded as a Croatian club.
Sure. Well, I've got as far as our communities of interest go, and that's how I label it. Is effectively we've got three communities of interest. Historically, yes, we have a Croatian heritage, but within this area, the second community we're targeting is obviously by having more junior teams and more youth teams. You've got to increase your base of people coming along to the game. So that's one part of it. Then the third part is that we're focusing on is actually within the whole district, this whole area. Football's, I think, taken over Australia in the last few years, especially with the World Cup, and the demand in this area is huge with the juniors, and also I believe as long as we can deliver a quality product in a quality environment, then people will come. And I believe if you build it properly and with a bit of research, they will come. And within this area, we've already had a lot of people that just didn't know about it, and so part of our process is to market and promote it and communicate within this area to get the locals to come along as well.
Well, that was going to be your next question. What do you reckon on the promotion side of the game at the moment here in WA? Do you think it's a little bit flat?
Actually, yeah, you're probably right. It is probably flat, but then again, I think Football West is looking now. They've appointed a new media manager with Ashley Morrison, which I think is a brilliant move, excellent move moving forward. In that they need somebody with that experience of dealing with the media, and Ashley's worked with Foxtel, etc., and he's past as well, to be able to lift and promote the game. And it's all about communication. If us as a club aren't communicating, and Football West as a national state association isn't communicating, well then that's issues that we have to deal with. So hopefully with Ashley Morrison coming on board, that will definitely lift the game there.
Right, that's the off the field sort of scene. What do you reckon about on the field? A bit disappointing this season, but again, I will temper that by saying you've got a youth policy, haven't you?
Absolutely. Last year we won the Under-18 Premier League, which was very successful with our Under-18 players. Most of those players were 16 and 17. I believe in development and promotion. If we don't have that, there's no point just always relying on the older guys if you haven't got the young ones coming through. At the start of this season, we had up to 6 players under 18 in our Premier League first teams since the Cup and a lot of the games that we've had here. It's been difficult, it's been hard on the results side of things, but also the benefit is there for them as part of their development goes. And in moving forward, I think they are improving. I think our results are getting closer and closer. Our first win was great against Sterling, but it's been a bit wanting of lately. But yeah, it's part of development, it's part of promotion. It's a bit of pain we're going to go through, but I'm sure we'll reap the benefits towards next season. Yeah.
You happy with Ronnie and the coaching setup here? Yeah,
the coaches I think are brilliant. They have been here for 11 years, and it's a testament to their success. They've had 2 championships as well. You know what I mean? So they've done absolutely fantastic. And also moving forward too. With the coaching with these younger players too, having to guide them, and this is where I think experience is very important with players and the guidance of players in moving forward.
How are you finding getting coaches for your juniors and that?
Actually, we're quite lucky, I think. We've got some very talented, very exceptional people that are coaches that have put their hand up to help out. One of which, I think, Ned Julkic, you know what I mean? They're absolutely brilliant. And for the other teams too. We've had other 8 qualified coaches that come on board to help out, and it's been fantastic. One of the things that I'm a big believer of is SAQ, speed, agility, quickness. I did that at Sydney United and literally transformed the club of being able to improve the way players conduct themselves. When you think about it, 80-90% of the time they actually don't have the ball, and so how do you improve the time that they don't have the ball in moving forwards and backwards and all that kind of stuff? So we are instigating SAQ program with all the coaches to make sure, especially with the juniors, that they develop that, and also to facilitate them when they actually get towards the last 10 minutes of the game, being able to last.
To run it out. Yeah. So realistically now, we might as well look at a realistic target for this season. What would be your realistic target for a league position?
Realistic target for a league position should be in the top 4. The next 3 or 4 games are going to determine that, I think, to see how we realistically are able to achieve that. Our goal is to get in the top 4 and to make the finals. Likewise with the Cup too, we're in the quarterfinals there. So the top 4 is the target. Determining the top 4 will I think occur over the next 3 or 4 weeks, and we'll see how it goes from there.
I presume in your next cup match, that will be your test, the game against Perth.
Absolutely. No. Well, last time we played them, it was quite close, and like I said, we had 5 juniors, 5 under-18s in there, and so they've struggled a bit. They haven't been on top form as well either. So we always have close battles with Perth, and it's great, and we'll see how we go. Yeah.
Well, that's it from Nashville for today. See you next week.